introductory remarks, and then, of course, we will get Ernest. As I said, what we want to accomplish from this exercise, we will be doing whatever an injustice it did not get from you. The residents, those who might have come from outside of San Valley, doesn't matter. But you have a contribution to make the situation, but she will take note and they will compile it and move forward. Remember, of course, 2025 in terms of elections, and so once that bill is wrong, one hopes so that we will be able to move expeditiously, swiftly, with a high degree of speed into implementation stage, having regard to the fact that we have done the groundwork and our homework, and no one has to have to. We know there are people who will be disappointed, and suppose everybody will be. Of course, we have to work within the constraints of resources, human as well as material, financial, etc. But at the same time, if we prioritize properly, and if we have a very, what I consider to be effective plan, I'm sure that the improvements that can be made very quickly in this particular area. And of course, I will have an opportunity to talk on my own experiences in Laventille. Just imagine that Laventille. I know that national community might say that that is not a good example. Of course, I'm a committed person. I see the diamond as Andy had seen in Grandy, but I've seen the diamond in Laventille as well. And therefore, my commitment to that area is one that has been tested, tried, and from time to time, while of course it is difficult and challenging, I still am an eternal optimist. I still believe that just as Jesus Christ came out of Nazareth, well, of course, I believe that good could come out from any community, in fact, in Trinidad and Tobago. But we need to have an example. Andy, are you ready? So, of course, without further ado, I present it to you, Andy Williams. Andy for Grandy, the man who is here to talk and see and who wants to talk to you. And, of course, without further ado, Andy, here you are.
Nice, nice. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's so nice to be out here and seeing so much of you come out here for we to discuss uh, the way forward when it comes to grand. Not only the way forward when it comes to grand, you I discuss with you all what I think, but also it must that is what you want, what you want for your community. I will be a leader that will listen and come to be different, right? With challenges, because many like me who ain't get any politics will talk to you all. They will promise you all this, they will promise you all that, and as they get through, they just forget all these people that have been supporting them. And I get into politics to show people how to treat people, how to serve people, how to work for people with everything in you. And I believe Valencia and Gandhi and from Otura to Matlat will play a major, major role when it coming to the agriculture industry, ecotourism, when it coming to look at the aggregates coming out of Valencia, while we know all in the various sporting communities in Valencia, we know that the roads, just simple thing like grading the road, simple thing like, you know, even if it is don't have no money to do box trail, that's simple thing for now on the sides of the roads and then like just valley drainage, just like farm drains and all those various things. And what we're gonna do is just start on the afternoon here with a prayer, and then I will put you on back to the chairman, Lennox Smith, for me to chant the way forward. So I'm looking for somebody that will say a nice, 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 that Miss Dulcie, Miss Dulcie, Vanessa, Vanessa, come and just say a quick prayer, man. You might be able to stay right here. Don't. Yes, you will be able to stay right where it is, no man. And just do a nice quick prayer, man.
Good evening, everyone.
Amen.
Heavenly Father, as we come before you, we have a evening, dear God. We want to give you a high note of praise, thanks, honor, and glory. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord, that we are here.
If we can approach it.
As everything will be said and done, we put it in your name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Nice. Amen. And Lennox, you will pass you on to Lennox, but I think we're supposed to also do the national anthem of the new day. This is our country, Trinidad and Tobago. And that's
Do we
the national anthem.
can be played?
Yeah,
Oh,
the moment we play.
because I wouldn't want to leave. It for obvious reasons.
And I is a talker, not a singer, so that didn't be good for me neither.
So we have a challenge.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So please stand and let us pay homage to our nation, as we did, of course, prior to the Almighty.
Mhm.
Well, if there is a, technology always, like Murphy's Law, will disappoint you at the worst possible time. So if someone who can, of course, lead us, we volunteer to lead us, we will appreciate in the interest of time. So anybody just lead, and I'm sure the rest of us will follow.
Of liberty in the rise of hope and prayer.
Yes, indeed, give ourselves a round of applause as we begin, of course, our discussion tonight. I am sure that it will take some time because Andy is a fellow who likes to take time to greet and meet and of course, to treat with all and sundry. And tonight is no exception. What we will do in that regard, we will take the mic and maybe from a particular section, we will ask the people to introduce themselves. Very brief, because we don't want to take all night. We want to get to the meat of the issue for which we gather here tonight and this evening, and that is to look at some of the issues that you are concerned with moving forward. In fact, tonight's program is entitled Andy for Grandy, the Way Forward. And I mean, that speaks for itself. No need for me to elaborate or in any way, let's say, define what that means. I think everybody here speaks in English, of course, whilst we acknowledge that we have an invasion of Spanish in Trinidad and Tobago coming, of course, from the mainland. But that being as it may, so what I will do, Andy, if you can give him, yeah, and just anybody, just introduce themselves quickly. We want to do it as quickly as possible. Start there. Yeah, yeah, just with it. Huh? You want to say something? Okay, right. Great.
It took me by surprise, boy, but nothing good. I will tell you, I'm an old seasoned politician to start with. So I have read nothing and nobody. My name is Sundar Pancham. I think from Rio Claro on the East West Corridor until here. What I will ask of the people of Valencia, which are now reside, to cooperate with the status quo that will be established sooner or later. That means let us give Andy for Gandhi all support. This is not a party thing. This is a people thing.
That's it.
And I'll tell you before I go that I'll give you Mr. Andy. I give you the file password. Andy for Gandhi and Choco. Mr. Roger Monroe also, go! Roger also, go! That is what we are here for. Do not care to say who is party with us. Is we, the citizens or the residents of Valencia, under pressure. And thank you for the whole country, but this is one part of the country that has to be uplifted, as I had earlier discussion with members. The aggregate for Trinidad is going down slow. Everything going down west. So what would he? East has we're getting all well from the east. Are we suffering? And Mani said, we have no good roads. Oh God, take some fish or son of fish and by there, drop for we now.
Yes, of course. We will get to that in a while. We want to get this family oriented arrangement going where we want to pass quickly to.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, good.
Please go ahead.
We have an opportunity to get to the next again.
And it's about idea.
Yeah. So
You have to be an old feeling every day.
yeah.
It's not there better than you. It's not a new picture. You will tell about it. It's a
But you do
Then you
that.
can you have been.
nice. But all right, so let's introduce.
Yes, people, we want to do a round of introduction to make sure we know who we are dealing with, and those who are here know who they are dealing with as well. In other words, we want to fraternize and we want to familiarize ourselves with everybody, and then of course we'll get down to the. So we do that as quickly as possible. Andy,
Nice.
next one. Anyone you go?
And you all see that we couldn't have go inside because, but again, remember all of it is grassroots. All we understand, this is what we know about. We white. Yeah, because the side get white, that's why we just get them treated the way we is being treated.
I think you're not taking the lady name, Mike.
Nice. Well, here.
Look at it
Everybody, my name is Peter Alexander, Chairman of the Catholic Insurance Committee. I got to know about it. My thing over here, that's exactly what is going on. As my good friend on the other side said, we don't want, we need the roads, water, lights, betterment, this people in the community. I hope what we achieve and say here, we will get it.
Great. Yes, indeed.
My name is Sophia Waka.
Great. Thank you very much. Nice.
My name is Diana Madrasi, coming from KP Land. I know it's time to go for Andy for Brandy. We need change because everything getting harder. And what we doing here is to fracture and not ourselves. Time for we to get the comment and to get going. Andy for Brandy, Andy for Brandy.
Okay, Andy for Gandhi, that person is yourself. Good. It was cool. Thank you very much for attending.
Camilla Ramsden from Valencia, Benny Road.
Great.
My name is Shuna Kemnam, from number 34 Fire Drive, Valencia. I closing my eyes and voting for Andy. I go anyway, Andy going.
You missed someone in there with a white beard. Oh, you said it's on. Oh, it's just go play. Right, okay. Yeah.
And for Benny Road and for Andy.
Right, of course, and if you okay on behalf of someone, please introduce that person one time.
I'm Lady Owen from Benny Road and for Brandy all the way. All the way. Hey.
Alicia Castellan, not action. All right.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Well, we have the representative being Rotarian, we come to the street.
Okay.
And Brandy all the way.
Those who are a bit shy, that's all right. We will get to know you in due course. So, but if we get a bit of this, yes.
It's Yano Merrill. Andy for Brandy. All three.
Beautiful, beautiful. Pleased to meet you, brother. Andy for granted, but
Andy all the time. Andy, Kenneth.
That's right, I don't want to get what I put out.
Andy, don't take away. Andy.
Yes, you could say Kenneth, you could say that, so just tell us. Go ahead.
A pleasant good evening, everybody. This is Justin Vidal here. And like you all, I'm here this evening in support of Andy Pitbull Williams. But there are pertinent issues to be addressed, and I hope I get the opportunity to address them in the very near future. Thank you very much.
I'm good. You'll do that. So long you can get over that phase of just introduction.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Well, Alan, better known as Rock, come out and support Andy for Brandy.
All right, what you need? Yes, man. Rock and come in.
I'll be home.
Yeah, true.
What next? Simon, you are the what?
Paul Primers,
Boom man. Okay.
for Brandy.
Magnificent.
Good night, everybody. Wayne Flanders Moreno, Andy for Brandy, all the way.
Yes, man. Nice to meet you. Nice to hear your voice.
Glendon Mitchell, Andy for Grandy, all the time.
Yes, thank you very much and welcome.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
This is the Gasman speaking here. For all who didn't know, my name is Vincent James. I'm Andy for Grandy.
All definitely. Yes, so welcome.
Yes, brother, good night to Mr. Andy. We're all from Arima team,
Okay.
and we come here to support you, Andy.
Okay.
Anyway, my name is Lakan.
Just need to get a name or a sobriquet if necessary. But go ahead.
Hi, good evening. My name is Darren Daniel, from Team Arima. Just in full support of Andy. If any back needs any day, anytime.
Welcome.
Hi, good night. I'm coming. I enter support Andy for Grandy.
Yes. Thank you very much and welcome.
Hi, good night to all. My name is Debbie and my husband Joseph. We are here to support Andy for Grandy.
Yeah.
All the support.
Well done, and thank you very much, of course. But Sheldon wants to himself. Go ahead.
My name is Philip Sarrett. I live in Balance City. One thing that's puzzled me with this, Rowley. He was saying, he talking about he was crossing the park, or I can't remember how he said, but he always saying his life.
Yes.
Because he said, every morning, they play it on the radio what he said. And you all know what he said.
Yeah.
Not that. I know you can't do that.
You can't do it, but do it.
When I mean he can't do this, fail.
Okay, I hear you. Yeah, you know,
One thing I want to find out from Rowley. Rowley is about this and about that and so on. But it's true. All I say what they say about him is true. It's true.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We continue, of course, to share the mic and to
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Lyndon Digans, better known as Mr. Malabar. I am here this evening to support and endorse my good friend, Vanguard in the battle in the forefront for equal rights and justice in Trinidad and Tobago. Andy for Grandy and Andy for Cook. Roger Monroe no more.
Yes, man. Welcome, my friend. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, if your mic shy, it's all right. We will get to know you subsequently.
Pleasant good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
My name is Rishi Ramuta. And I choose Andy for Grandy because it's just plain common sense.
Great. And welcome, of course. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Do we want a fire service? And from to go to Real Macau, they laugh to the big condition. Put it on and support in Granny.
All right, just tell us your name for the time being. I'm going to Good.
See, I'm standing fascinating.
All right, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, indeed.
Hello, good night. My name is Anne Jackman from Bennywood, Valencia. Back in Andy for Grandy, all the way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you. And welcome. Stalwart follower of the
Good day, everyone. My name is Marlene from Tarrant Straits. I'm supporting Andy all the way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome. All right, no problem. If you might share, no problem. We will get to know you something. And if you,
My name is Kali. I support Andy for Grandy all the way.
yes, indeed. Thank you and welcome.
Andy for Grandy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Welcome.
My name is Dorothy Richard. I live at Capeland, Valencia, Andy for Grandy.
Yes, indeed. We do. And of course, wait, stay where you are. We will bring it back to you. That is part of the service that Andy is Singapore.
From my faith Valencia Church.
Okay. Welcome. 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 Good night.
Hi, my name is Stephanie and I'm from London as well. Kind of came out to see, how it's going to go and everything like that. Really interested in getting road in the Monday tricks. To get us gentlemen said some Bob Street, anything a little assistance will be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I want to be looking. Of course, there'll be a introductions at this point in time. Afterwards, we'll be going with the good night. Yes, thank you for granting. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. My name is D.B. Rahman. I'm from City Valencia and the program.
Yes, indeed. So we will, and he has insisted that we take the mic to the people and not to the people come to the mic. And that is part and parcel of his forte, that's part of his insistence, and that is part of the kind of service that you will expect from a person that insists that the people centered and the people must benefit from the speech. We have another, go ahead, sir, sorry about it.
Hi, pleasant night. I'm Nigel Moses, Shadow Councillor for Remo Central, Secretary for Remo Constituency Executive. And Andy, I would really like to I really appreciate where you held the meeting. It was very strategic because it had fallen in the polling division and have now been transferred to a Remo constituency by the wicked EBC, right? So all the people here will be voting in a Rema constituency. So Andy, we do appreciate it and we'll give you some support.
Yes, of course, of course, the bank has taken and the bank that because kind of this as particular district and soon we'll be trying to embrace all. There are some people by the oh sorry, go ahead.
My name is Mary Singh. I support Andy all the way and will never forget him. And always he will be with me. With us.
Thank you. And welcome. Okay.
My name is Bobin. I'm from White Coast and Grandy. I'm coming here to support Andy program.
Yes, indeed. Of course, have we exhausted? Well, we cannot do this in perpetuity, so we'll have to end this segment. And of course, we'll call back and to of course give some perspective as to what his vision is, because clearly one cannot engage in an exercise like this and not have a vision of your own. Let's face it, right? Otherwise, you are not a leader. Right? Of course, because I think the Bible has said that a state, a community, a society without a vision, of course, is rudderless, and therefore does not have the leadership that is required. So from that perspective, briefly, and then of course we will take it back to you, where you will tell us exactly what are your own, let's say, position in terms of what is required, and throw some peak on it, but make that less. We want to get the information about what you see as remedying or being ameliorative. A big word, but it simply means to improve your circumstance in Gandhi. All right. So without further ado, Andy, back to you.
Nice. So again, thanks so much for so much of you coming out tonight. Many of you. This is like a backyard, nice family reunion. To me, it's like a christening, a wedding, a party. It's like feeling really, really good. It feels very, very united. But my vision, most importantly, and why I have it very hard, is bringing you out, all of you all out here, in order to talk to you all. Why? Most of you all issues, most times is service. Service to you all. Service to you all. Most of you all at all times, issues have always complained about the politicians or the people that you all put to represent you all. While they, like me, they come nice, they talk to you all, the mama guy, well, some legit, some don't. But first I need to tell myself, open my heart, or open myself to you, the people, right? Because it's a very, 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 very hard task. I give you all my guaranteed service. I will never be your boss. You all is my boss. I came in politics to all show the rest of them, all of them, how to serve people, how to treat people. That's the reason. To show too, because I feel it like you all, which is a fact. When people come to us to represent us and ask to get the opportunity to just change, they just change all of a sudden. The parado, the this, the that, they're too big to talk, the cancer, the phone, it just goes mad, which makes it very hard on me. Because many of you right now will be saying, Andy, I hear people talk, you know, and oh God, there is still devil after. So I come to ask you all for that one chance as an underdog. Just that one chance. You know, you have some people just know how to do it. Yeah. You know how to do it. You know you mean, you know you're committed. You know you have the will, you know you have the courage, I know you have the passion. But all I'm looking for now is your support. And I guarantee you all, I would not let you all down. I will work with
yes.
I will work with everything in me to make sure we get the work done. And so long as each and every one of us remain a team, remain united, there's nothing to stop us from getting what needs to be done. You see, each and every one of you that come out here, the thing that I want to set an example for is that, and that's why I only make sure I take all the names. You see the people who, when you're down, when you're up, never forget the people that carry you to where you are. Never do that. Never, never, never do that. I know why I don't want to do that, and I will never do it. Because I know if that's what God wants, and we get Andy for granted, and I representing you, I will never lose the seat again. I not never lost the seat with no mama guy thing. I will never lose this seat again due to the work that I will put out with you. I may not be able to get, I may not be able to get everything done for you. But when only cry, I cry. When only smiling, I smiling. I'll be a person, you and me, and I and you. And this year is like a vision, because I didn't want it to get into the politics, right? And then I had an incident happen where I nearly lost my life. about 3 years ago. And while in and out, I started to ask God. I said, God, well, God, boy, let me live now, boy. Let me live now, let me live. I want to organize and just continue to serve the people. Let me live, please. And it really and truly happened. So in my book and all, I made a promise to Almighty God to make sure if you all give me that opportunity, that I will really and truly put my best foot forward for you all, with your blessing. You all will never, never, never go wrong. Or they wouldn't go wrong. Like I can bring simple ideas, like all certain parts of Benny Road, whereby it could do with little grading, simple grading. It has certain parts that had to just get simple drains. Even if it is they don't have material to do box drain. Man, just do like the farmers. Just put drain and let the water run where it had to run. And many other things. All the aggregates that coming out of Grandy and all those various things. It must somehow come back to the people of Valencia, Sandy, Grandy and environs. From Matura straight to Matlat. Right? So tonight was for me to feel out the support, to feel out the unity, to feel out what the people want, and to be a person not telling all you what I want, but listening to what all you want and doing doing what you all want. I want to thank the various executive that come out here. I want to thank the ARIMA team. I want the people that come out, Troy, everybody. I want to thank Small Dread for giving us the opportunity to use this venue here. It's a historic one because this was the venue before the most money that we get rid of Monroe, right? So I may say a little more because we will be playing for time. But make sure you all write down get all the names and let them get all the sizes, right? The plan in the future will be to go out on a Saturday, right? Sometimes miss a Saturday, go on the next one. Because remember again, I'm like you all, and I know that parents and that people have things to do too, and people have sacrifices to make. You know, so I'm willing to work with you all, so long as you all are willing to work with me. And you know how nice it will be, all of us in the future, walking that Grandy stretch, meeting people all over, and asking people to give someone a chance that's willing to work for them, truly willing to work for them. Let me say, it cannot work. But people complain. I call, I write, I do all what that I could do. And it's still not happening. I'm not the type just sit down. It I know what I point to my people, I know what I motivate them, encourage them, tell them, here it is. Let me shake the place, you know. If you want water, let me shake the place. You know, be there with you. Many times, constituents or burgesses have issues. And yes, many councillors and MPs will try hard to do their best to handle however it go. But I come in new politics. Just writing and this and that, I'm not for that. I for making sure demanding it happen. Where the Wassa office in Valencia, where the Wassa offices in Grandy, and go there where to organize and sacrifice. Fast. Bring media. Wake up the place. That is the type of representation I will bring for all. Serious representation. And I ask each and every one of you to please. Some people say it's an underdog. But that is nothing, man. Small acts, this got down victory. And always remember, what God wants, no man can stop. And an underdog could become a hero. And time has passed so long in Trinidad and Tobago, such much years. When last have we had any real, when it comes to constituency leaders a leader that will put out their own. So now I will organize pass back to Lennox Smith because we will want to hear people, Vidal, and many of you that have your views, because again, it mustn't be that I telling you all, well, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna, no. It's you all have to say, here it is. This is what I want you to do for me. This is what I want you to do for me. This is my problem. This is, and that is how we have to do it. A representative is a worker for you, the people. And I'm telling you, I'm your worker. You all are my boss. And I preaches that every day on the radio and let people know that the government must work for the people. Other than the people have to be working to keep a government in place. We must understand that we are the government. Matangal Daga mentioned it well. I also placed that clip. When he asking and saying, put your hand on your heart and shout after me. And I want you all to do it. Who is the government? Who is the government? Nice. And the most important thing what this is about is people power. People power. And you almost always point in, say, sink it in your heart. People power. And this is what we're trying to get together here and show this unity, especially when it comes to people power. Right? Lennox Smith, again, thanks so much. I'm going to be back again based on the chairman. Daniel.
Yes, yes, indeed. Of course, I would have said, give Andy a round of applause, but he would not have wanted me to do that. He would not have wanted me to do that. He would have wanted me to say instead, give yourselves a round of applause for being out here tonight. And indeed, he is the worker, and he means that. And without further ado, and not to take up too much more of your time, I want to tell you all that when you heard about pushback movement 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and of course police locking us up, and of course tear gassing us, etc. And when you heard about, of course, dropping letters to various institutions and holders of offices, whether it's DPP, whether it's the Commissioner of Police, or whether it be in recent times, of course, we had the Minister of Finance, yes, indeed. And indeed, of course, prior to that, we had the holder of the office that deals with the country's finances and the recording thereof. What's it called?
Auditor General.
Auditor General.
Auditor General.
Auditor General.
Yeah.
And let me tell you this, all of those initiatives have been, in large measure, the brainchild of Andy Williams. Now give him a round of applause. And we shake the place. When the media didn't want to recognize us, so when the social media and traditional media didn't want, he said on the spot of the moment, most of you would not know, but it was he who said, no, we're not moving from here. We are going down to Express, and we are going to demand from the editor that they come out here and talk to us so that we can get our pride highlighted, not nationally alone, regionally and internationally. That is the man we are talking about. Give him another round of applause. That is the Andy Williams who just spoke to you there. And you will see a lot more of him, and you will hear a lot more from him, and you will see and understand that if you do not do the right thing, and what is the right thing after tonight, what I expect, I'm an old pedagogue, meaning that I'm an old teacher, and I like to, of course, to give outcomes of lessons. If I teach you Y plus Z is so and so, I expect at the end of the day, you will know that. Well, what we want and what I expect coming out from you at the end of this exercise is that you go back home, not stay in what you have seen here and tell your neighbors, tell the family, tell the little boy or the person who would have, or the person who would have now turned 18 years, get ready. Because the community you save, the nation you save by extension, would be your own. And in this regard, your future is assured with people like Andy Williams. Give him another round of applause. Having said that, as I said, the next session is to, of course, get from you what you would like to see and briefly what are the issues, because when you tell us what you want to see, it means therefore there would have been a deficiency and the deficiency would have been understood. So we don't need to harp on what is the issue that is of a burning nature, what you want to get. If you say you need water, we want to know you need water, where, how, and why, that kind of thing, because you too must come with solutions as well to your own plight and problems. That being as it may, do we have the assistance of the young lady so that she can pass it, of course, to, or Andy is the kind of fellow who will do it himself. Of course, and please introduce yourself briefly, because you did it already, but you are now talking in terms of what you expect and what the issue is, but very briefly on that one, and of course, solutions. This is what this is all about. And when you get home, you then, of course, share it with your friends, family, and neighbors, even your enemies as well, because there's a new kid in town called Andy Williams, and this is about Andy for Grandy and vice versa. Yes. Yes, presenter.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Andy, check the mic.
It's a pleasant good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
The name is Dustin Vidal. Let me say thank you very much for the opportunity to speak here this evening. And let me thank you in advance for giving me a listening ear. Fellow citizens, fellow party members, soon an election will be called in this country. And an election is the best time, if any, to ask yourselves, why do you vote? And why do you vote? For whom do you vote? Am I going to cook it?
Very good.
Elect. This one better about it.
UNC might watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we are voting for generally, haven't asked yourself, why do you vote? And why do you vote? For whom do you vote? The pertinent question, you are voting for representation towards goods and services. The basics still apply: food, clothing, shelter, national security, education, health. Those are the basic tenets of a civilized society going. We have the resources, but it is mismanaged and encouraged by the people. The government is in power because the people would have elected them. But there are some logistics we must understand. Our politics is racially based. I said that I go with one platform in Sawa and I saw so many policemen come out. I got frightened and I pack up. The downfall of this country is racial politics. You would have had an opportunity to compare the PNM with the former UNC under Basio Pandey and the latter UNC under Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bisesa. Having said that, with regard to the latter UNC, it must be noted that the only time the PNM is beaten is when the opposition forces come together. Are we seeing that today? What are the signs? Right in Valencia, UNC people telling UNC people, just to the meeting. And they are our representative, officially and otherwise. They are telling people don't come to this meeting. It's a dividing thing, it's a division thing. Now listen, we the people who are the grassroots people are in support of Andy Williams. The basic question here and decision now is whether the UNC will make him the candidate for Toko Sani Grande. Politics are not temperature. And from experience, I can tell you, they may already have a candidate prepared and waiting to trust upon the people. It is one of the instances where they say all of them is the same thing. The people fed up. Because they put anybody who them choose, not the people who them choose. Same crap when Bali said I. So UNC Tuesday. We put that, vote for him. You remember the local election in 2019? You the people of Valencia know that? A man who was clean with the PNM 3 consecutive times. And after UNC candidate in Valencia. How come?
But when Vidal talk, Vidal say, Vidal say. Well, all they are to hear Vidal say, all they hear is Vidal. What we need here is unity. What we need here is to mobilize and burn our forces and let the party know that Total Standing Country want Andy Pitbull Williams. The man is passionate. Here are some issues that are coming to me. Our economic salvation in this constituency is agriculture, tourism, and such other aspects as industries. Valencia is supposed to have industries a long, long time ago. But it doesn't worry me too much because that is a trend. Do you know that the PNM never built a school for the people of Valencia? Under God's watch, I can tell you, I as a person negotiated with the farmers at Oak Ridge Road so they can clear the space so that I can build a school so that our children could be educated. When the former UNC was building schools in Matura, in Valencia, and Blanchisseuse, the man who control me money now say they're building school for Dwayne and Parrot, and people in this country jump up and clap, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this election is a serious election. We are on the brink of the precipice, and it's the people to save this country. Somebody mentioned about it. The polling division 2100, EBC has recommended that. And what the EBC wants, the EBC gets. Because if the EBC wants 2 more hours to extend the voting without telling anybody, they get it. And the justice system said it was wrong, but the results stand. So help me God. You are hearing people marching for peace. And they're marching against crime. One of the major problems in this country is equal rights and justice. If you are a member of a party, you are a member of the party. But when the government's from the government, they are the government for the whole country. It won't start noticing about equal, every race find an equal place. I used to look at ULP and they tell me the same thing too. It's a very good weaker, but now it is why every creed and race find an equal place. Bullshit. Where's the partiality? Where's the democracy? I'm not seeing democracy. It's a mockery I see. Our people's expectations are very high. And if things do not go according to what they expect, they'll be disappointed. My people, since a schoolboy, I'm in politics. I didn't choose politics, politics chose me. When people ask me if I've done in politics, I say no, politics has done with me. Politics is serious business. Politics is not a game. Politics is the Christians in our own home. Look at the cost of living. What's that help? Look, I don't want to be scandalous. But it's just what a hypocritical organization defending the PNM. Where's Camille Robinson and the PNM Women's League? Where put the professional ladies of Trinidad? It was national news, oh God, I want to talk too hard. Do you know they have period poverty in this my sweet country of Trinidad? It's something to cry about and to laugh about. It is national news. 60% of the people surveyed tell you they doesn't have it. They have to use substitute. Especially the single mothers have to see about themselves and the babies. One cannot giving the single mothers for them men and them who shitting on their tail, giving the mothers a little pittance. The PNM say, calmly encouraging the women to make children. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to bore you. I live the life and I know the life. And I'm supporting Angie for me. All this talk about local government reform under the PNM is the local government deform. They're crippling it.
Well said.
Under the UNC, that old bridge in Valencia was supposed to be a way bridge. When I say a way bridge, trucks coming in with gravel will pass on the bridge. And by virtue of their load, we calculate how much they have to pay and they pay right there. But now it's a free fall. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk to the people. So much bad things have gone on in the UNC Coco Sandy Grande and in the country to extension. But the situation demands that they're coming nothing better than we pay them in office. We must do everything or anything to get rid of the PNM. The UNC is not the solution to the country. But they are the lifeblood of the country right now to save us from the PNM. I wish I had my say so that they will put proportional representation in their manifesto. And we read about it. It's the only thing that's taking Megan Cooley politics in the country. Proportional representation. Listen, I do not want to bore anybody. I don't want to go on. I'll pause it for this moment.
Yes, indeed.
But there are lots of people.
Yes, sir.
Who will not vote for Rowley, but they will vote for the PNM. Are you hearing me, ladies and gentlemen? There are a whole lot of people who will not vote for Rowley, but they will vote for the PNM.
The person reminds me, please stand by. We have to take the to another presenter. But let's conclude.
But me, I like Rowley at all. I might see big Lavoka. Even with a fail, even with a senior too. Invite them, 2 friends, the next Sunday, night fail. When I go, these are the time. When I shift these are the time around, it is any people. Ladies and gentlemen,
I just need a proper 50 mic. Thank you for your time. Please just raise your hand if you want to speak, and we will, of course, transfer the mic to you. You don't have to come to the podium, as the case may be. The improvised podium that we have, of course. So we have a hand up, and I want to say that the solution I have gathered from the last presenter is that agriculture is required. Tourism is required, and of course industries, which of course is not happening here, and bringing back into the fray the whole question of the aggregate and the quarries that are dotting all over Sandy Grande, but not bringing back any resource or any benefits to this place. And I want to say this. I want to say this before the caller, before the present her presentation tonight, and that is what Andy had said. Andy had said, "Who God bless, no man curse." And therefore, in 1986, the PNM was decimated. In 1995, they were decimated as well. They were out of office. In other words, in 2000, they were out of office as well, temporarily, and in 2010, they were out of office. And of course, as if to tell us what Andy is saying, in Tobago, they have been totally decimated, 14-1. So they are not infallible, and therefore, they can lose, no matter what they do, because, as Andy said, who God bless, no man curse. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good night, everyone, again. I from Sophia Drive, Valencia. I want to represent the Sophia Drive people. We, as a single parent, and it have a lot of single parents in Valencia. School fee is a lot of money. It have a school in the back there, and they doing nothing about it. I make a video as Senator Roger Mono. That man are waiting 6 years for a hamper from me and never get it. I make a video about the school. I went to him. I even do it on TNT Hardcore News and all too, and he turned around and he said that he don't watch TNT Hardcore News, so no, he wouldn't watch my video. We need a school. The youth and them in the back, they need work because there is pests. There is pests to society. And we can't take it no more. That is all.
Thank you very much. Of course, very sweet, nice, short. Of course, the night is fast, exhausting. So just raise your hand, just raise your wherever you are. We will, of course, bring the mic to you. So no need to come to our improvised or should I say, imaginary podium. That being said, of course, the last call, the last. Why are you saying caller? I feel on the ground reporter. But anyhow, the last speaker said that listen. We need, of course, a school, and we need, of course, to treat it with those single parents, etc. That is what I gather from that presentation. Go ahead, my friend.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the gas man again. In Valencia and around Trinidad, we have serious issues. Crime is an issue that people have that from the time 6 o'clock in the evening, people looking to get inside because you don't know who. If you sit down on the outside and you see a car passing, you're wondering, what car is that? Who passing in that car? Why we must be living like this in this country in 2024? We have parents right now, I will tell you. When your children leave to go to school, from the time they change their clothes and they leave, you worried. Because you ain't sure if these children coming back home. You ain't sure if you'll get a call from the police that they come in the station or the hospital or the mortuary. This is what we're living under today. You understand? And it seems like our protected service do not have a grip on the situation that we have today. Because more or less, it seems like their hand is in the cookie jar with the criminal. Why I will say that? Christmas come early for us in Trinidad, and we did not accept Christmas in Trinidad. We have a man come from Canada, and the man went into the hotspot with the police, afraid to go and highlight the situation, what's going on in the country, open their eyes. But again, I guess like what the Bible say, you understand? These people, they are blind, they're dumb, and they're deaf. They cannot understand anything. So instead they do something, they take the tape and go in, because they are going on, they have everything that they need to know. They have drone, they have helicopters, they have undercover police officers in big gear and rasta longer than mine to go in these places and them. But instead of what they did, they arrest the man who come and bring the message out to us. And then these are the same people telling you that if you see something, say something. Let me understand this now. That making sense? We afraid to talk. A man come from where he come from, he see and he highlight and they lock up him. Let me tell you something. The job that I doing, I go in house to house. I meet plenty of people, nurses, doctors, police, just name it. I have a good relationship with the people with my job that I do. And if I talk to 100% of police officers, mind you, we have very good officers. We have very, very good officers. But if I talk to 100% of the officers from Aruca to Valencia where does work, all 100% are talking about who already resigned and who's still working. They're asking the question, what the hell they lock up this man for? When we're supposed to be going in and getting the weapons and getting these fellas and them off the street, they lock this man up. And what it is they were saying now is some old police officers who almost ready to go home, causing all this mayhem in the police service and making the police service look bad. You understand? After all that said and done here now, we need a predial larceny squad. Our farmers, which I too am a licensed farmer, but when you're here, we go out and we spend money, thousands of dollars, to plow, to buy material, salt, and we plant. Before your crop good, the bandit go on with it. And they're asking for a big price and they're arguing too in the market for price, which you ain't getting nothing. Okay. No. Quite in Castlefield, when you go to the Valencia police or the San Grande police, they're telling you that not them work. You have to get in contact with the predial larceny squad and we'll give you the number and you will call. You understand? Let me tell you something more going on with me. Get you what? Let me tell you something more going on with me. It's unbelievable, but it's truth. I losing my crop in San Chiquito, which part I have my pastoral land. So I decided to set up an evening to see who is these perpetrators. Two men come. They started cut planting, pick lime, pick coconut there. So I sit down in the bush Thank God I didn't have a weapon because I would have used it. So I sit down. When it was about 7 o'clock the night, I see a vehicle coming in, bright light coming in. They load up. So I take the number of the vehicle. I take the color of the vehicle, the description of men, everything. And I head for San Grande police station. When I reach the station, they didn't want to take the report neither, because that is for the last anyone. But I insist. And they decided to take it. Anyway, they decided, well, they'll come back the next day and they'll give us a statement. So I leave the next day, I went back and I give this statement to the best of my ability, that everything that I see. And I waited out because I only have vehicle number. In split seconds, all you could get at the owner. Okay, I waited about 3 minutes. I mean, about 3 days after, they called me back. Mr. James, yes, sir, this is Constable, whatever his name, I can't remember now. He had to come and give us a next statement again. I say, a next statement for what? Mr. James, the statement that you give us, the thief statement. I say, officer, are you serious? The TV statement? Yeah, the TV statement, so you had to give an next. All right, I went back. I give over the statement again to my best of my ability again. So I went up in the land sometime after. I had some coconut there again. I decided, well, I spray nothing. So I leave. The next day I went up, coconut gone. I said, all right. To see me going back in the station again, and I don't know that. But when I'm coming back down, I passed it in front at the police station to come home. And your humble servant decided to stop.
Press the knob that will engage. Yes.
Yeah.
Press again. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I stopped and I went in and asked the officer who to take the statement. And they tell me he's not here. And ladies and gentlemen, I trip off at the station. I didn't use obscene language, but I trip off to the top of my voice. And these police officers and them surround me, just waiting for it to make a slip at the tongue to grab me. But I ain't stupid. So I say, a woman tell me, she say, you can't talk so here. I say, I can't talk so here. And I going on and on. When I get fed up at them, I get fed up at them. I say, here, what's going on? I say, I come here and I make a statement. And the only thing they could have called me and tell me that they thief this statement. So here, what's going on? Everybody is thief. Everybody here is thief. Well, to my great surprise, everybody turned and they went to their respective posts where they're supposed to be, and they leave me, let me be. Because what else are you going to be telling me again? If you're thieving a statement in the station, come on, lady, come on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Come on, man.
Yes.
So,
point well taken.
We have to stand, and we have to, as our leader say, we have to stand our ground. We must stand our ground.
Yes, indeed.
Right? And it's Andy for Grandy all the way.
Yes, indeed. Of course, somebody put up hand. And of course, next, yes, we have a next coming to the mic. But before that, of course, the solution that I gleaned from the last presenter is that there is need for an effective, dynamic, purposeful, and functioning federal larceny squad, one, and that agriculture as well is a way out of some of the difficulties that people can or are engaged in or are subjected to, because it is a means of a livelihood. So thank you very much for that presentation. Go ahead, presenter.
Hello again. My name is Philip Sir. You know one thing about the
Let me mic closer to your mouth, yes.
You know one thing good about the PTS Larceny squad?
Yeah.
You working in night, they're working in the day. They come by you. And the one for the auntie, the grandmother, the grandfather, and the grandmother and grandfather there, but they want for all everybody. A PTS Larceny squad supposed to be in the night, not in the day. And I don't know what to say again with agriculture, because let me tell you something. I is a farmer.
Yes.
Most friends that I see, and police friends are talking about it, most of them that I see is when they crop ready to harvest.
Harvesting time. And some invited, some not invited.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I say, Aunt Tanty, and then have to get, they want for Aunt Tanty, and then.
Wow.
You ever seen they say, doesn't see it until you reach your door, on the front of your door, inside on the bed.
The other person that wants to come to the mic, please.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I just was getting ready as the others.
This is the problem that I get sometimes when I want to expatiate.
Oh, go ahead. Expatiate as you can. I think it's robustity.
Looking at this as fun, but this is not fun. It is serious thing.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Now, my nephew, I'm talking from experience. My nephew, I was right in the shed. You all look, many of you here should know that. And the gunman come in the shed and 16 shot to get.
Wow.
16. And you know what? People say I'm lucky. I ain't lucky. It's God was with me.
Yes, man.
God protected
me. Yes, indeed.
I was touching my nephew's head. When he fall. And you know what I said? If I get a shot, that's all I lie down on the ground say.
Yeah.
And today, everybody looking at Valencia, simple. And, well, there was a little girl was missing. And they had a picture and heard all about it Valencia. And you know, well, she father meet me personally and tell me she come back home.
Right.
Now when they take down the picture. But you know what they're doing now? They kidnap my dog.
Your dog, you say?
Yes, the dog.
All right, go ahead.
But I get no call for how much ransom here.
You put up any pictures?
You put a good idea in there. So Valencia totally different.
Unlawful. It's an unlawful place. It is a lawless place.
Huh. Yeah, somebody else to talk, and that's it.
Yes, they might. Of course, the holder of the mic now leaving. Of course, the mic is being transferred to another center. Let me just say that that's a solution that I gather from the last speaker is that there is a need to reinforce, of course, that whole question of filial narcotics, but more than that, in terms of squad and policing. But the national police must also get their act together. And of course, we have to take measures to prevent home invasion and other phenomena that is now plaguing Trinidad and Tobago. Go ahead, the person on the mic, please.
Yes, good night. My name is Ann Jackman. I am from Benny Road. And right now I'm having a real problem because I'm a trainee. Because all my rubbish had to be burned every day. Every day I had to burn rubbish. Because rubbish, the Guyanese and them who live in nearby decide that they don't want no rubbish near to them. So who live in here, they have to walk quite down the road, but like everybody else, they are comfortable. They are comfortable because I ain't hear nobody complaining, only myself. But I need to get the rubbish truck to be coming down because I have road now that they could afford to come down on the road and pick up everybody rubbish. So it wouldn't be convenient to everybody and nobody wouldn't be inconvenient. You understand? But it's really hard. It's hard. Every day, if I ain't burning rubbish today, in 2 days' time is real rubbish to burn. And we can't walk down the road because we have no vehicle to transport the rubbish. And the people and them who comfortable, they have transport. come and make us just uncomfortable. Understand? And that's what I want to see. And I hope that they could rectify this, that this the fellow, whoever in charge, organize, get the rubbish truck to be coming down in the place. We can't be suffering like this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Of course, garbage collection seems to be the focus here, and of course, a more efficient and effective collection process. I'm sure that copious notes are being taken as to some of the issues because this could be replicated, I'm sure, in other parts of Valencia and, of course, the constituency in general. Go ahead. The person on the mic.
Good night, everybody. I have to ask a few simple questions. Why are you here tonight? Why it is you're here and not in another house?
Because things not going wrong. Let the men.
This is what politics is all about. The basic part of politics is a manifesto. What is a manifesto? It's the groundwork of the party vying for power. And if they cannot fulfill the manifesto while they're in office,
Get out.
no, push the ass from front of they can't walk out. And how are we going to do that?
Vote them out.
Vote them out.
That's the deal. It's a ballot. Yes.
This is what we're talking about. Politics is about white and black and UNC and PNM. It's policy. If I cannot do like Andy say, plant orange tree there and manure it and you manure it, don't come by the orange tree and roll the arm. Andy, look pass and look at the orange tree after I don't pass and dump the seed there. You have to come and clean it. You have to come and manure it. You have to come and prune it like the partner with your Winston say. You have to maintain your garden. That is what a representative or MP or part is supposed to do. That is basic politics. Not because you're a nice guy. How are you going? You look nice. I want to say, I want to walk. When we are not walking, you know, we have money done. Money done. What do you ask him?
Exactly. We understand the emotions and we understand the Freudian slip, but that is possible. So go ahead.
The other thing is, you know the boys in Block and they snub the cocaine and they with the cocaine. A rat the progress is an important thing. Very evident, rat it. So who do you have city rat? That better than half of the block. That better than the politician for rat and rat could get the people of this country, people of citizens of Valencia, all to know me a little bit. I ain't easy in politics. I will cost them from James short pants. Yes, I wrapped in the US and marching a long time with beach and San Fernando. Politics is a nice game, but it's a dirty, what's it? Fire is a good over a bad master. That is what I've been politics. Politics is a nice game, but the man who running politics is a nasty man.
Wow. Wow.
I am not asking you, I'm telling you. You go father to vote. I will not tell my partner to be a son vote. My family, father side, mother side, outside, that side, outside, on any kind of side. They are agriculturists. They grow in agriculture. And you telling me up to this day, by demand for in agriculture, and have a good food squad, rationing squad. According to the Constitution, who will guard in the guards and who in the parliament kicks in, and a teacher who will guard the guards. According to friend before, Tanti Mousy, from time boy come, find out what a minute. You plant any? Although we walk down and plant it, but come, you want me to give some. Give what? This kind of begging of Pamagan people, they turn. Work for your bread. Another thing I'll tell you. Any other have party card here?
Sex free.
What? The daughter want to work, you know. The husband want to work. Let me see a pocket fill of the card. Once you swipe the card in them office, you walk shop. And the man and the person send us children to high school and you will. You have a card? You look like you're ready for a wheel. They don't want brain. They want brawn and bread. Pass it, you get to. What do you have? That is one of the biggest problems we have in this country. People really know how outside.
Yes.
And because you have a paper, you're inside. When you go in those offices, you know, hello, when you come back for this document,
Yes.
you have to come document, come back tomorrow, or they go inside.
Hey, Mike, closer to you.
So come, they get the job, you know, in the office, hold on, you'll tell you what the answer. Go inside, go on from one inside, and next minute of it. They don't have a proper job spec and job classification. They don't know what the job is. They occupy enough space because you have a seat there and they feel they're going to sit on that seat. But what is your purpose on that seat? When I come and ask you, I want to know how to get this paper done signed. How much documents I had to get? They won't tell me in one visit, I have to get X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, and Z. They say, come today, we already done the A, B, C, we haven't the whole alphabet yet. We have to go back by the supervisor to get you inside the alphabet. So when they employ you, what was the job speculation? What is your job spec? What is job speculation?
Yes, indeed.
What the hell are you sitting there for?
Yes.
To occupy a space and drawing money on false pretense? Eh? Look, my granddad here. How much time must you over a pension and tell uncle? And they never give you time to come back with some run. People can't wait spending. Look, fast.
Yes, indeed. Of course, it's
citizens of Balance and citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, it's time we get up and get. And I want you to tell Andy, Andy, I will tell you something. You make a good statement. If you go this morning, tell him, you are qualified by what?
Experience. QBE. Qualified by experience.
Thank you. That is what we want in this country. We want that in this country. We want that in the place. And another thing, you may not know, and you will not know. When West make leave is something else. You went to a brother whom the God bless, no man curse.
So, yes, indeed.
You came up here for a purpose,
Yes.
and it will be fulfilled.
Yes, indeed.
I can tell you that.
We might have to go to another person, but before we take before we provide the mic to another person, let me just say that it is now about 3 minutes past of income. Time has been fast spent, but of course I want to call on Andy to, of course, give us a brief synopsis as to what he has heard so far, having regard to the contributions that have been made. Oh, okay, right. Well,
It's almost like this will be the last person. So we have anybody else would like to.
Anybody else? Please start. Actually, we have to. Okay, so you will do that after that.
Right, after that, so we will look to
the last call, of course, talked about call us in again. Wow. The last presenter talked about, of course, a manifesto, and of course, what he saying as a solution, you must not have a manifesto, which of course is the gospel, the Bible of an organization, saying what they will do for you when they get and if they get into office. So what you do not want is what the PNM has provided to us. They told us that they will not interfere with property tax. They told us that they will not engage, of course, in subsidies, and all of that will lies. And then, of course, the most monumental and most famous is that they did not close it down Petrotrain. They have closed it down, and now we can get, of course, $60 US in the banks that we have a custom getting or dealing with. That being as it may, of course, let's go to the next person at the mic. Good night to you as well.
Night, everyone.
What's happening here? Wait, you want to take mine?
Nice. Good night, everyone.
Great.
Good night, everyone. My name
Good night to you.
is King. I'm from Clarence Straits, Gomez Avenue, Clarence Straits. I'm here to speak about, yes, we talk about the road, right? But what about the side roads, right? The side roads are very bad, right? That's just one thing. Yes, we talk about the train. Where I live is close to a ravine right now with rainy season coming. The side of bias is slipping for many years now, right? So we have been pleading for even if we could get material from the past councillors and things, we would have done it for ourselves,
right? They started a box train by us. It's when they had the last councillor was replaced by Mr. Dean De Silva, they stopped, right? The project had stopped. I'm also talking about schools in the Valencia area. We don't have enough schools. Valencia is a growing community and we need more schools, right?
If I can interject, I understand that there is a school that was constructed and left in Palo like so many.
Right, I think that's the KP lands, right, yes.
And
Yes.
when was it constructed and by what administration? You
Well,
can tell us?
No, I can't.
Oh,
Honestly, I can't,
okay.
right?
But
But
I'm sure
however,
anyway, that's one.
well, this gentleman said by the UNC,
Okay.
most schools in Trinidad and Tobago was constructed by the UNC.
All right, okay, so
Right.
take that for granted.
And also, the dilapidated, the schools and all, they are dilapidated.
I
When you look at the schools, they
Those
need
that
to paint.
exist now, those that
Exist now, they need to paint.
All right.
They need to clean properly. Some of the schools missing windows, doors are broken. And next thing I like to highlight is the health center. We need a bigger health center. As I say, Valencia is a growing community. We need every time you go to the health center, they will tell you you have to go to Grandy Health Center. Right? That is very unfair. Suppose I don't have money to go to Grandy Health Center, right? They want to tell you to go to Grandy Health Center. So it's either they make a bigger health center, just like how they have the health center in Sandy Grande, where you could do everything. You could take blood, you could do x-ray to help to take down not going to the hospital, make a bigger health center.
Okay.
Right? Something else I wanted to say, like I can't remember right now. Right, pertaining to rubbish, garbage, we need some industrial bins in some areas. Right, industrial bins, because it have a lot of areas that have a lot of rubbish. If you go in Kumaka, you're only seeing garbage all in the road. We need industrial bins, right, to help with that. But as I say, my main important thing that I'm looking at as well is schools. It have a lot of children who's not getting into schools every year. Every year you're hearing that they don't have space. I have plenty children that is home. Most of the time I will help homeschool whoever is around in the area until they can get in a school, right? Because the parent cannot pay for them to go to a school. So I will try to assist them, to help them. Okay, well, let me help teach the child until they could get into a school.
Wow, is that bad?
Right? So we need more schools in the area. It's a growing community.
Yes, thank you very much. Of course, at the end of the night, the last presenters, just a minute, sir. At the end of the last presenters, of course, we'll give a round of applause for all of those persons who made contribution. At the end, I want to say, of course, this is not the first caller. Why am I saying caller? This is not the first presenter that is mentioned the whole question of garbage. A previous one did that as well. So that is an issue and the expanding of the physical assets as far as school accommodation is concerned. And that is a major concern as well, according to the last presenter. Go ahead, sir. Thank you very much for your patience.
Good night, everybody. Well, as a person who could talk when I have to disrespect people. Because get on. I was a piper. Everybody in Valencia to know me. They call me Spider-Man. I do all kind of things. Cooking bring me to my knees. I lost my work and it works. Worked 22 years and leave that to pick up bottle and smoke 5 ball. No people know me in Valencia as a new girl. I was delivered in 2001. You are 5 years. But I want to let you bear with me. Because sometimes I carry on a conversation and I forget what to think. First I blow out some of my brain. So I come here tonight as a
put it back closer to you.
I'm a heart patient. I had a surgery in 2016. I went back for a surgery. I'm talking about health. Very bad. And very bad is health. Institution is very bad throughout Trinidad and Tobago, to me, in my experience. And when I do a hernia, I had severe chest pain. I get a letter, 2019, to go to Mount Hope to get an angiogram. And to be honest with you, 2019, I went. The doctors asked me what type of pain and what type of feeling and that. Give me a 1-year appointment, went back. It's 6 years now. Every time I go, they're telling me what type of pain you're getting. I fed up with this thing. I could go along and die anytime. In my clinic yard. Every time it's 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. The doctor tell me it's over 5,000 people waiting for this angiogram. I say, but he could help me out because outside is 12,000 and he could do it for 9,000. Say, you're going to help me.
Wow.
Give me an open appointment to come to see him, right? But I must have $9,000. You can have it marked here in this card.
Wow.
An open appointment. I don't know, my heart will give up anytime. So I want the people to know that this government and what's taking place in this country is, I don't know how to describe it, but like people like to suffer. People don't want nothing good. And I so frustrated about taking place here at my age here. I just feel to pick up a gun and start to shoot people. No. Because, you don't know, I tell you about me. I care what you look for. Because I suffer through my health. Nobody caused me to smoke cocaine and to be in that thing, right? But what I'm saying is that the government, we have to vote them out. And see, Andy, where I live in, everybody who know me, Andy, from Grandy, from Matla to Grandy, that man, you see that man they call Andy, he's a God-blessed man. Yes, of God, Yahweh deliver me from my cocaine issue since 2001. I am clean. I pray every day. And that was how me alive. I respect God and God have to guide me and give me the strength that I could move on and go forward. I ain't hurting nobody again. I'm not thieving anybody again. I'm not robbing people again. People know me in Valencia. I said no good. Was no good. But thanks to Yahweh today, I am proud of myself through Yahweh. But that's not important. I want the people to know that we suffer in here through this PNM. But Andy's a man could have died telling us what's taking place in this country. They try to take his life. When I watch up Andy, just get up every morning early and come on that radio. I don't call because I don't talk. I can't talk. But what I'm telling you is that Andy's a man from God. He's a God-sent man. Andy's a God-sent man. I was feeling it in my heart for that man. I live in a house. Let me tell you something. I drive in a car. My brother gave me a car. God bless me. From a vagrant, I tell you. I was a vagrant. I didn't disobey, not change my clothes. I went in, I'm not going to talk about that. But my brother gave me a vehicle. I have a vehicle. It's not mine. My brother gave me that. It crashed. Give me a next one. He gave me a big house to stay in. I tell Andy, I don't live in a house. Anytime he come to Valencia and he want to spend a week, 2 weeks, he have that house as his own. He could come there because I trust him. And I believe in Andy. Andy will work his heart out for us.
Yeah.
And anyway, I reach a point where I say, God bless everybody. Yahweh is great. He's a miracle worker. And I could tell people that I am the believer. People who know me will know the person who's talking to me. It's a new life I have. God give me the courage to stand up here tonight to say that. They used to call me Spider-Man. They used to call me up. I used to rob people. I used to steal. Do everything. But let me talk about that. I talk about God is great. Yahweh is great. And Andy, for Grandy, I give him my life, my heart and everything. And that house there, everybody know where I live in. I live in Eastern Main Road, Valencia, 58 Eastern Main Road, Valencia. Andy welcome by my house to do his paperwork, anything. Come and cook by me, Mr. Smith. These guys are great guys. Andy Williams, when I watch him on TV, they were trying to kill him. And we ain't talk about that. Thank you very much, Yahweh.
Yes, indeed. I think climax. I told after him, I will
Andy,
applause. I think you should give him a round of applause for that. What is considered to be not just a confession, but certainly a motivational and inspirational piece that he gave, because he's talking about the transformation, not of the individual, the community, the country, but he's talking about that indomitable spirit of the individual to rise against adversity and emerge as successful as he has. And therefore, that is the message I see that is critical, and that what I will take away from this exercise, but certainly it is consistent with what Andy represents as well. So once again, the last presenter, not caller, the last presenter, give him a round of applause, please. I think that is transformative. That is what we are looking for as a result. You have another? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good night again. I talk about a car just now. I have a car. I'm not boasting about no car. That was given to me, and I never tell that. My brother gave me that. The insurance being on his name, the license everything on his name. I'm on his name. I just see the car. You just think, wow, what a car looking so. Again, a big house, the house I live in, and my brother own, he gave me to stay in it. That and it's mine. I'm the boss there. So God really bless me. Yahweh bless me from a vagrant. People know me. Everybody know me in Valencia. I was a vagrant. 22 years service I lost with the government as a painter to pick up bottles and rob people. And I thank Yahweh tonight for giving me the opportunity. Andy give me the strength. It's Andy and Yahweh give me the strength. Andy, everybody but Andy! Andy!
I mean, don't want it better than give him another round of applause, brother. And that is the spirit that we need for transformation of this area. And of course, you yourself, it means therefore the objective would have been achieved. As I said, what we want you to take away from this exercise tonight is that you go back to your respective homes, communities, etc., and you spread the message of Andy for Grandy, and of course, all of the transformation messages that would have been expressed here tonight. That being as it may, let me call on Andy at this point in time. It's just about 8:30. We don't want to keep you too much longer, because the crowd is nice, the enthusiasm is good. We have met everyone, almost, except those who came a little later. And now the creme de la creme, and of course to sort of conclude this small exercise tonight by giving his own impressions as to what he has observed and what is the way forward, because the theme of tonight's exercise is, of course, Andy for Grandy, the way forward. Andy.
Nice. Thanks so much to each and every one of you for coming out here tonight. The feeling that I'm getting is very encouraging. By listening to you all talk and watching the passion and the trueness of the hope that you all have in me, it just makes me want to even do more. Represent you all more. I listened to the school in KP Land. It's a early childhood center that was built under the UNC government. Went up in Bush, I did a video about it, about various things. And God blessed me with the opportunity to have a voice on radio, and those are the issues are going on beat like a road march while on radio. The school, the early childhood center, oh God, I had to open for the people of Valencia, whether you live in KP Land, whether you live in La Pata, whether you live in Benny Road. At the end of the day, if we have the early childhood center open, parents can organize, drop your kids to school early, go to work, and then come back from work and pick up the kids. Because a very good vision by Kamala Prasad Biswas and the UNC government, you must give good to what good is. And we must say that. I also observed the issue of breeder larceny. Many of the farmers and they technically don't have a breeder larceny squad, and then when you go down to complain to the police, it's like, and then it can reach a stage, you go on there to make a complaint or you being robbed, and then you might end up getting locked up. The robber ain't get locked up, but you could end up getting locked up, right? I also heard the concern about Benny Road and Clarence Road and the various inner streets that need proper road and drainage. You know, development. Again, this is areas we will call squatting communities, right? These squatting communities have something called a certificate of comfort. Many people, it have who have it, have who don't have. And again, and I want you all to resonate this. I was a PNM. I was a PNM. And when I realized PNM don't like their own, and what made me turn from them is the same thing, the same squatting thing. I really come from Diggle Martin environments. And some days where I frequent fighting for people like people, but all spotters. And the basketball, the UCNC government had made it possible for many of you to be able to have a certificate of property, go to the bank and all those various things. You can't come like a thief in the night and break your homes and all those different things. The same UNC have organized and plenty sporting community for really developed. Because really check when you road and Tarrant Road and all them things in the beginning, it developed. And the UNC was pushing for the development of it. But PNM don't like squatters. It are not comforts or maybe. They don't have no policy. I'm not saying that squatting is legal or we should or legal. But I endorse anybody that organize to get a piece of land, especially if a government is making land easy accessible to the people, the poor people, but making the lands accessible for the rich. Right here, right 1,100 acres of land, Lennox Smith, 1,100 acres of land. I report one man dead. 1,100 acres of land, got mineral state, and this and that. Let's put something too. Many of the buildings and them with some of those, them 1% and them big shots and them. They get a wheeler. They go for loot. They get 100 million, 50 million, 50 million. More. This. And then come and renting week back for 20,000 and 30,000 a month and all them things and they ain't paying nothing. And then at the end of the day, they will come to hit with property tax. And then the rich people, the businesses that could have that are supposed to squeeze, they ain't squeezing them. They leave them, they're squeezing us. We had to pay, we had also face raise of electricity, we had to face the transportation, we had to call for water, we got to fill up. And so when I hear people having example, no water, weak, no water, no water. It was not like that before. I ain't read only 20 years. And I can recall under the UNC, that calling on the radio for water, they done it, they wasn't getting that. People don't come back and power. No water, no water, no water. And all these various things. Right? I want to also acknowledge, which is good, that the gentleman could come and say, he was an addict. And that's what the willpower is trying to show you all. It's not to do something. Anything you make up your mind you want to do, you can't do it. I was an addict. And then look how long since 2001, I think he said, used to think, well, obviously, thief his fruits. Because I with them pipers and them so many, remember they said on the radio. And look at that. But look at how we recover from piping. And the government, the prime minister, who is a political piper. Wrong. I don't think he can recover. There's nothing to recover here. The only thing to recover is we the people of Trinidad today have to organize and stand up. We the people of Trinidad today have to say enough is enough. And we are the people of Trinidad today say that is enough. We must take money. We want to we must let them know we want to live better. Give them serve too. And that's what they say, hospitals. Schools. The care analysis. The steady here stand up by gap in. Go to the hospital, they might check up back next 3 months. To get them of what is your problem. And then when the final issue is them, let's see shadow as the tree. They will tell you, 1 year, You're going back your back. You reach a date when you reach it, tell you, it's 2003. You gotta come back to 2024. To 2000, this 2023. You gotta come back to 2024 on the same date, day after. Same thing, right? Many people complain about heart problems and medication and getting medication on those different things. And you'll see again whereby they want to organize technically cut healthcare, free healthcare, right? And that's bad because anyway, because it's different things. But it be the social programs and then their mother might have grants. Their mother can get a big list of scale for the books the grants. Yeah, is that parents with children with cigarette policy and all those different things. The subsidy for gas and all those different things. That is the only way the money, all money as citizens has come back to us. It's the only way that money is. I want to take that to go to the insurance. They take it. And we're going to do sports plan as but it's not coming from us. And just giving it, we're showing it to him because we have billions missing and we don't know where it is. But the 1% people and then gain everything. So with all of this, and you are coming out here and expressing yourself, and I'm happy and I will get it. All the issues of Valencian environs, the issues like that. God bless me with a mic. God bless me to be able to be. Don't have the degrees like them brothers and them, but very highly qualified. When plenty of them talking to me, they say, what is a qualification? Say I qualified QBE. So, I say yes. I can let at Harvard University. I can lecture the university out there. I said, I'm also a professor. I said, what grades is qualification? I said, QBE. And then I just break it down. I said, qualified, I experience. So in life, not because you don't have education, it's very, very important, you know. But in life, education mustn't stop you from becoming who you want to become or doing what you want. Because it's very, very on paper, become very. But on paper, them educated fellas and them people on paper, we will expect people to be able to solve problems. A blind person is supposed to solve a problem solver, not the creator of problems. And that is how the world going, and that is how we are going. So tonight, I want to thank each and every one of you that came out. God bless each and every one of you. I ask you all to go home, you all talk to your family members, talk to your friends, right? And give me the little bit, give me that support, be able to work with you. I want to see everyone always say, always have an underdog. And when I see that underdog start to run and reach and do what I could do for you, man, it will give encouragement to our youths. It become a role model. Because we lack role models in Trinidad and Tobago. We lack that. And I must be one of the role models for all of your kids and my youth to show that hard work is the key to success. With will, with courage, with belief, with hope, anything is possible. Anything. So I ask of you and tell you all thanks so much. And I will continue to use what God gives me, which is my mouth. And I'm going to beat it every day. And all you have, we have your numbers. You have to make sure to take my number. And man, I one person, I will make like another lady. I think she named Lovwood. Her son, yes, Miss Lovwood from Valencia. Her son died sometime last 2 weeks or so from cancer. And I'm sure some of you would know the story with that boy. That thing hurt me. That really hurt me. Because after they did the surgery, they pull out one of the boys' kidney and all that. Well, they never do no follow-ups. Well, they never put the boy on no drugs. Nothing. The boy going back complaining. They put in everything all right, everything all right. The boy was at graduate. I think it's very archaeology, like what and Guyana to get and get you into trouble. But why did he take it, right? He had a date. They just get it done. Let's say that they're going to treat him 7 months. He come and dead before the 7 months retreat to get it done. If he come and dead and then when he get it done, he get the other treatment over. They might take him the next 2 years. Like if people, like if them knowing people will live and how long people will live. Right? And I blame the state. I really because the Guyana, he came, same day he went in, to organize, they do the same diagnosis, they tell him, well, hey, he has stage 4 cancer, that will reach to it. They're going from bad to worse. But he has stage 4 cancer, stop on this, get back on the plane, and the boy come back, bringing the Guyana results. What we supposed to get? And have the Trinidad doctors and healthcare system happy you Guyana healthcare system. Oh God, that's not right. That's not right. So I will work in each and every one of you in your interest with every single thing. I like what I do. That's the difference. When you like me, you do time is fly. When you like me, you do it's not out of here. When you like me, you don't feel tired. I love what I do. And to serve all you is what I am willing to do, and that is what I'm realizing that all you want me to do. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight, giving me that strength in order that I can give you all that strength. Your issues will be highlighted, will be raised. I will make calls, I will do over, I will share, I will try my endeavor best to see if we can get some of the issues dealt with. Right? So good night to each and every one of you, and thanks so much. But before we go, I just want to ask you again. Let's people power. People power. People have the power. People have the power. Nice, Lennox Smith.
Chairman, if you go yesterday, of course, as we began, we want to close, of course, with prayer as well. And let us not forget the Almighty of God. And it doesn't matter what you fall into, whether Allah, of course, whether it's Yahweh, spiritual practice, that we have one mission, one all of it is of course a serve. But before we go there, we just call someone from the community to give us a bit of thanks, and then of course we will close the prayer.
I know you very well. Because I'm terminated. There are a lot of things going on in the country, and if there is no force there, when they call them, they tell you the police locked up. Nothing, nothing. The station is locked up. We got to sleep in. It have nothing. Nah. It closed. It closed. Forget that. And they don't have no vehicle. But they're packing up every time at somebody's house by some woman. They got at it. No, I'm telling you. So in closing, everybody, thank you and welcome. And welcome, Mr. Andy for Brandy. Everybody, thank you very much.
Guys, and before we go to, I want to also acknowledge the Arima team that came out and always give that support. And I will always, when that time reach, when they call on me, I will give back the support in return. Because on all of our protests, all of fighting, all of on how we trying hard to make a better life for each and every one of you, the Arima team Mr. Padai and all of them there, Mr. Darren, Daniel, better known as the Metal Man, all of them. Always give that opportunity. Nice, lovely lady.
Who's Shamala? Shamala.
She is Shamala. The nice, lovely lady. All of you, all of you.
Shamala.
Similar, familiar with each and every one of you faces. Gas man, thanks so much for coming out. Small Dread, Rock, thanks so much, each and every one of you that come out. My good friend here, Mr. Oh gosh, Barker, yes, Miss Barker, and all of you. Thanks so much for giving us the opportunity to park our van across there and everything. Well, let us all reach home safe, right? This is just the beginning. I hope you all write down, you all get your names and phone numbers for your jerseys, because I will personally deliver the jerseys to you when that time reach. Or we'll set a time for it. Guys, within a week or so, it's supposed to have it. So Shamala and all make sure they get the thing for the jerseys, right? You have the jerseys, it's just to organize now to put them in print and to get you all sizes, right? To be able to get you all sizes. So again, Lennox Smith, let's close it off.
Yes, indeed, of course, let's hold hands and let's of course call on the Almighty. So you want to give the prayer? Oh, next time. All right, you give me this. All right, okay. So let's hold hands, and of course I will say the prayer then. Since of course I already have the microphone. Oh, Heavenly Father, we thank you very much for having us here this evening. It was, in fact, a very important, significant, as well as edifying exercise. It is the second, of course, in many more to come. The people, I am certain, will do what they would have been asked to do, and that is to get back to their respective homes safely and of course share the message of Gandhi for Andy and vice versa, and that we ensure that at the end of the day, our own development, our transformation, our development is the best served, as everyone would have understood, by we ourselves taking the initiative, taking the decision to transform our community. I want to give a special prayer to the transformer, the gentleman who was on cocaine, according to him. And of course, he is now perfectly rehabilitated individual into society, contributing. And I think that is the lesson that I would want to leave and share with you as well. And I will take that home as well, because if he can do it, all of us must now be saying, oh, we can do it too, having regard to the tragedies and the trauma and the mishaps that would have engaged us over many, many days, years, decades, and so on. But it takes time, and at the end of it all, we all are going to be better for it. I want to also say that we did not, let me say that categorically, we did not ask anybody to vote one way or another as far as the internal elections of the UNC is concerned. I want to make that very clear so that no one can misrepresent what we have said. We are very clear, and the Lord knows that we say what we mean what we say. And as far as Andy for Gandhi is concerned, Andy, he is a man, when he speaks the truth, he speaks from his heart, and of course, within limited human capacity and resources availability, he delivers, and he delivers in a manner that is consistent with what he says. All of those we ask in your holy and precious name. Amen and amen. Let's say the Our Father together. Our Father, come on earth. Give us this day. Forgive us as we, and lead us not.
Forward glory, forever.
Kingdom, forward glory, forever and ever. Amen. I go home safely, and of course, we wish you all the best. Give yourselves a round of applause finally, because without you, this couldn't happen. Thank you very much.
Nice inspirational things there by the time they. Nice inspirational things by the time.
Good.
So,